Okay, so with everything, with relativity, the roots of heaven must stem in hell. So therefore, we'll look at SR, semen retention. You need to go through releasing, and like wasting all the energy. Why? You're gonna sit here forever until a thorn pokes you in your side. Okay, it's that easy. And then you get up, and then you realize, oh, I can't get up. So as you're drained out, again, you need to experience this because this is important. The experience we have here through this temple, this system of a body, relies on Ojus, relies on the life force energy. Okay. When you release your sexual energy, so you say, because this is the only way to release this energy in such a gross, dense form. So we'll just say it's your sexual energy, but that's what it is releasing this pure truth energy. Okay. That's why with a man it's grossly densely manifested. Okay. And that creates a baby. With a woman it's the same thing, just not so dense as a man, because there's 0 and 1. But we see as you're releasing, you notice the energy's not there. Now most people like think that's normal. It's not normal. But while we're looking at this, there's no energy. So now it's like there's an active debuff. It's like a video game debuff. It's like this active drained debuff because you've just wasted your life force energy. Not only does I just released a little bit. No, the entire act of stimulating that is stimulating life force energy. That's not stimulating your. It's like, why does it feel the way it feels? Why is the way it is? This is stirring up your life force energy. Okay. So that's why you could say it triggers so much dopamine. Life force energy. This is using your biology, your whole being to really make, it's supposed to be making a baby or like having a real energy transaction. You're still wasting it though. Or, we're talking about this. You're wasting it. There's going to be drainage because there's no life force energy there. There is, but you've just literally just wasted it. For what? For instant gratification. Long-term debuff for short-term pleasure. And you can't even get any bitches either. I mean, you're debuffed. There's like there's this whole rewiring it does to your brain, but it's a dopamine drug. It's a shortcut, you see. So anything that's stimulating pleasure is stimulating dopamine in your brain. So guess what? This is the circle. This is the full circle. You realize it's like, oh man, like maybe you don't do it for a day or something. You're like, oh, I feel really good that day. You get addicted because then you thought it was normal to be so drained. You get addicted to having that energy. See, this is why you have to go through the draining, wasting process, the releasing process. You're being a little gooner. Okay, everyone has to go through the newbie stage. But this is, I mean, like, people say, like, oh yeah, it changed my life, yeah, this and that. You have to address, if you're going to be like that, you have to address those who you are really trying to get out of, uplift. Okay. We see this, though. This is most people think this is normal. To be so drained. They think that they do it so much, it becomes their normal state. It becomes their homeostasis. So like any other thing that changes the neurology into a different frequency that aligns more with a subtle truth. Noticing that you have more energy when you're not doing nasty things. You see, there's a difference between celibacy and retention. It's conservation. You're not wasting it. You're going to have an energy transaction? Are you going to make a baby? Why are you doing that without... It's like, you really got... It gets down deep, and it's like, well... There's a reason why this dopamine hit is a habit. There's a reason why there's something that's trying to like escape something through this dopamine hit, through this chemical, biological action. So this is big because there's a very large difference between a real energy transaction. And you don't have to be making a baby for, no. If you're doing it with somebody, that's different. But of course, within that, there's still, what I'm getting at, there's still this subtle reasoning here, is that you're doing it for a little, like, dopamine hit for your neurology because you're trying to escape something. There's something there that, like, there's unprocessed energy. There's particleization where the wave should be formed. Okay, so like that's why, like, you get like premature things going down because you're so in the mind. You're so in the mind. You're so in the mind, in the body. And there's no awareness. This all just impulse. There's this dopamine hit, this unconscious drug addiction to dopamine. This is why everyone's like, oh, you should like control your emotions and be stoic throughout history. Because like, yeah, you see things for what they are. What are you gonna do other than that? What are you gonna do other than that? You gonna like live in fantasy land? Like, come on. I guess. So this is the deep truth of it. When you start to realize your life force energy is important, it's like, see, it's just like, see, the whole concept of the video telling you this and that, the concept itself, what you might be thinking of the concept, it's stupid, it doesn't matter. What's really happening is this is a frequency that's there, it's gonna get wherever it needs to go. So really what I'm getting at is the personal karma needs to be done out. I'm not giving you advice. This is all just the divine intelligence of existence. Oh, is it divine? See, it just is. It's just like, you say it's a birthright. You see, it's just what is. See, so you just get addicted to the clear-headedness. It's like, but you gotta get past the karma. And I can say this all day. I can say it all day, but you're gonna do what's gonna happen. Yeah. Okay. Seriously though, this pretending of free will is simply the bouncing of 0 and 1, good and bad. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It's like, all right, you're drained so much that it's like it's the contradiction is surfacing. It's starting to collide with things. See, you can't. The contradiction must complete its cycle before it can cease to exist. What does that mean? Well, since existence is a contradiction, we see that the completion of the cycle of existence is realizing there is no contradiction. It's realizing there is only existence. There's just existence. The contradiction of a physical universe also will eventually end back into formlessness. This goes past reasoning, comprehension. It can be comprehended, it can be reasoned with, but it's just paradoxical. Is really what I'm saying. You gotta see that it's paradoxical. It's like, all right. So yeah, you need density to be subtle. And that's it. Therefore, it's taking care of itself. Therefore, this video is just what it is. So, SR is important. Don't waste your life force energy. It's your life force energy. It's your OGIS. It's when you're doing that, like I said, you're stirring the whole life force energy up. You're wasting all life force energy. What could be, because it's your creative energy. It's not your sexual energy. That's your life force energy. It's your creative energy. So think of what you're really doing. You're releasing that in an what you call an orgasm is an explosion of energy. Biologically, metaphysically. And it's a waste. Now, I'm talking about doing it for like a dumb little dopamine reason on your own. But at the same time, like I said again, your karma is gonna be your karma. There's a fine line. There's a fine line of, I know I have no power whatsoever, but I'm also gonna be as aware as I possibly can. There's a fine line of having that principle and also knowing it's completely out of your control, while also having that understanding boost the surrender required for this subtlety. Because you're returning to subtlety, because this is in essence a sad excuse for something that is actually physically real. You can't actually do anything. But does it look like it? I'll say all complexity stems from simplicity. So, once you start, it's like everything is a drug. This whole thing is a drug. This whole thing is a drug. This is the drug of existence because it got bored. It's like, oh wow, let me go and do this. See? So, there's the concepts, there's the mind, there's like, what are you living in? Like, what are you living in? Because really, I look back, and it's like just a bunch of different frequencies. If you're in your mind, that means there's a bunch of things that require the form to be wearing this mask. Whether on every level of subtlety, it could be like every level of subtlety. You gotta do this physically. You gotta talk to this person. They're kind of like there's some putting on the mask for some reason. There's a lot of it, and that's why they're like always like wearing the mask. And that is the pressure of the West. I guess the whole economic state of the globe right now, because of the West. Um, like, can't get me. I'm in the truth. Like, come test it. You can't test the truth. Oh, man, they're trying to talk about the fucking World Cup parade and saying that Venezuela's happy about Maduro getting kidnapped. Like, what, dude? Like, it's practice semen retention. No, but seriously, it's not about practice semen retention. It's not about go read the Bible. You see, it's like nah. It's about maybe like if I'm fucking chilling out with this, I'll have more energy. And it's not even like that either. You realize it, and then you're like, all right, something's there. You think you did that? No. Like, no. So, the more, we'll say this. If you are not constantly bringing all your life force energy down into and releasing from your lowest chakra, do you think that life force energy, when not being always maneuvered in that way, do you think it would circulate throughout your body and perhaps go back up to your spine and to your brain? Yeah. In this same life force energy that stirs up biologically and creates what is densely labeled as an orgasm, you think that would be pretty energizing to have this circulating through your body, up your spinal cord, and into your brain? Yeah. So, is it really about like me trying to get down in logic based, like, oh, I better stop this so I can get into my brain and up my spinal cord and circulate throughout my body freely? No, it's about like, oh, I feel good, I feel better this way. That's what it's about. Like, what do you do? What is this? What is this? See, you got indoctrinated. Like, you got indoctrinated. Yo, you did though. So, it's funny because it's true. So, this is one thing that can give you an edge over what? Over unconsciousness. Over the devil. Over unconsciousness. That is what the devil is. It is ignorance. And again, you got indoctrinated. So laugh at how you've been indoctrinated. Don't try and be like, I didn't get indoctrinated. Like, nah, you got indoctrinated. Recognize that. And be like, alright, I got indoctrinated. Okay. And then be okay with it. And then, see, you must face the density to gain subtlety. Like, gotta learn how to walk, right? So. Yeah. It's not about, like, guys, retaining my semen changed my life. Nah. It's like, go try it. See, most people, they keep the same habit. They're habitual. Wrestling, this is the high school wrestling coach. You know how much this guy, he's a fake Marine. Fake Marine, bro. He wasn't even serving, but he was like, yeah, I'm a Marine. This fucking guy. Assistant coach. And he kept saying the fucking word habitual. It's like, dude. Okay. You said it a lot, too. But yeah, people are habitual. You see, like you start to understand things as they are, and you know the concept of it first, but then he's in it, and then you're just like, oh, it's just frequency, it's just energy and motion. The concept is nothing. This is what is what it is. That's what people get caught up on, is the concepts. It's like, oh, what's going on right now? Oh, I can't be in right now. It's like, oh, your body won't let you be in right now. Why? They just, what do they do then? I mean, can you accept that? Can you look? You might learn something. No, you might. I think you might learn something. So, retain your energy. Why? I'm not telling you to do anything. Try it.